Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode we had an incredibly failed expedition to try and find the final signal box for the fatalistic signalman, and I don't know if I want to try and find that again today, or maybe go down to Port Prosper. I suppose I should continue with trying to find the box. Oh boy. It could be in this sort of area. It could be all around. I think this giant area up here. I know it's not up here because I've looked. So it's got to be somewhere slightly closer to where we are right now. Let's have a look around the inconceivable circus. I've got to be careful because we're running out of fuel and supplies here. Like, I'm hoping it's just somewhere around here. Yes, I could send the bat out, I suppose. It should be obvious. I mean, there's something down there. I would say that's not in the proximity of Hybris, but on the other hand, I would look like quite the fool if it was, in fact, the signal box. I'm guessing it's going to be something to crave or something? No, it's a homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. Right, so it's been abandoned. The windows are boarded, the doors locked, but the foliage in the garden hasn't grown wild. It was abandoned in a hurry. And recently. Maybe they left something behind. I'll take fuel and supplies. 61 sovereigns. The house has already been plundered, but the plunderers missed the patch of turned earth beside the back door. Settlers buried their valuables here, presumably intending to return. Well, they're mine now. Do I pop back to New Winchester to get more fuel? I think I do. Takati. Oh. Oh no. He's not dead. Ow. That could have gone better. Ow. Good lord. Stop it. Little bastard. Let's pillage their stores for fuel and supplies. 2 fuel and 1 supply. Yeah, that probably means we don't have to go back to New Winchester, I'll be honest. Let's, actually no. Let's go back because my terror is quite high and I don't want to go mad for a change. I really do have to try and come up with a way of finding this damn signal box. It's not something I could even look up, because it's random. It has, like, set spawning locations, I believe, but which one of the set spawns it picks, it's completely random. Alright, that's Company House. I probably do have some poor reports to hand in. Maybe I should do that. Hang on. We'll do it at Victory Hall. The irony of blowing up a Takati and then also handing in my poor reports to them. Oh, we had the 1, huh? Oh well. Free sovereigns. Never say no to free money. And we should be able to buy some stuff. Looks like our terror's not going to go down though because we've been here too recently, which is a problem. Of course, I could go to the circus and actually go into the circus for terror reduction, so I might do that. Let's go to the bank, drop off those things. Don't need those. Victoria Market. Let's buy ourselves 3 and 3. Go with 4. No, 8 and 9. Right. That should be more than enough. We go again. It's the most riveting content I could possibly make here, but I really want to wrap up the the storyline for our friend. I was tempted to go down to Port Prosper. I still kind of am, because at least we can carry on with the aunt's storyline. Where would it be? All right, let's go to the circus, and lower our terror a little bit by watching some shows. And then I've got to look around the outside of the Hybris area, I think. Not go too deep, it's nicer to look around, and hell, we might find some bronzewood while we're at it, which would be remarkably useful. We are doing quite well on that, actually. I think I have enough to finish the construction of the gate. Well, finish the first step of the construction of the gate. I'm slightly worried that we're going to have to get like hundreds of bronzewood to finish that thing. I would like to finish it though, because I've never done it before. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just need 10. One step. That's all we need. Hey, where are we? Right, we're just about to come up to the circus. Let's just dock here and lower my terror, and then I'm gonna go to the left, I think, and see if there is something there. Inconceivable circus. Let's collect our free tickets. Can ride Paw Report while we're here as well. And let's attend a performance. Sure, why not? Didn't lower my terror, okay. Let's visit the amusements. There we go. I knew it was one of these. My terror has fallen. Can I visit the amusements again? I can. Fantastic. I'm going to do it one more time. Nice. Okay. Right, let's head off. I should gather the free tickets every time, even if I don't need them, because they just, you know, pile up, and then we can use them all at once to do massive terror reductions. Fantastic. Okay, so which area here haven't I been to? I haven't been down here. I get a feeling it's not going to be here. I keep seeing this and thinking this is like the corner of something, but I don't think it is. The other place it could be is just up here somewhere, because I haven't checked there. But right now, to me, this is in the proximity of Polymer and Plenty's, but who knows? Maybe it's like, oh, Hybris is the giant area, rather than a specific circle. So it's, to me, right next to Hybris would be up here. But, that is a marauder. Hang on. Oops. Let's seek unusual items, I guess? What are we gonna get? Sunless, you gossip. Yo, we crashed. Good lord. Okay, a wreck and an asteroid? Interesting. Let's mourn the dead. Let's keep our terror lower. As low as we can. Oh dear. Bloody hell, I almost dodged into that one. Damn it, I hit rubble. The same rubble that he hit, annoyingly. There we go. Well, let's explore the captain's cabin. And silence tube gossip. Nice. Alright, so this is the area I was thinking of. A dead wreck, a coffin of steel and brass. Yeah, that's the wreck. No, for God's sake. Bat. Please. Trying to find something very specific here. I would love to not have to dedicate 2 episodes back to back to trying to find this godforsaken box. If only I had my Ratanaut. Right, okay, so I don't see it here. Doesn't mean much, though. The Battle of Culverson. This is where marauders are. So I don't think this helps me. There's a marauder right behind me. Nice. Captain's cabin once again. Grab ourselves some Silence Tube gossip. That's another bloody marauder. Jesus. I know it said this is where marauders make their home, but I've killed 3 of them. Oh, you're not dead. Oh, a different option here. Let's strip the engine to fix ours. Nice. Do I send out the bat again? Sure, why not? Really, I don't even know if it shows up on the bat. I've no idea. There's something over there. Let's go check it out. Yeah, this is all just marauder tech. Another one. That was a lot. Ow. Closer than I expected. I didn't know what to do there. It was like if I shot my missile, I was going to hit myself. Captain's cabin? I should probably be bloody sovereigns at this point. I made myself some serious money by now. Alright, up here. I don't remember checking around here in the last episode. It was a bit of a heat haze the last episode. It was very warm. No, it's just a wreck. The blaze of Paris. I'll mourn the dead. Keep that terror low. Ow! Okay, this is a problem. I pressed the wrong dodge. Oh, we got 3 options this time. We can recover its weaponry, which I'm going to do. This will give you a small weapon that you can equip while in a dock or sell to an equipment shop. The bridge is in ruins. The hold is crumpled, but its main gun has survived. The engineering crew could remove it intact. This is the Mangonel, I believe. Yes, the reclaimed marauder Mangonel. Your crew return in one piece and bearing the spoils of your victory. It was a right devil to remove, Captain, says the lead engineer. Hope you'll make good use of it. The marauder cannon launches chunks of jagged, superheated rock via a brutally basic mechanism. Simple, ruthless, effective. Yeah, I used this for quite a while on one of my other characters or ships. Damage of 25. Wow, that's actually really good. Heat of 50, though, is a bit of a problem. It's a good replacement for the missile if I didn't have the missile, I suppose. The missile's blast damage plus its impact damage make it just dirty powerful. Side note, if we ever get to a point where I have to find marauders in the Reach... Found them. I think I've killed like 6. Send the bat out like once more. I could check up here. I could check up here. I am just running out of locations to check. Yep, okay, it wants me to go up that way. I'll go up that way. It's times like this I wish I could scroll the camera out, see more around me. Really funny if it just hasn't spawned. I don't think there's enough bugs in the game for that to be a thing, but it would be funny. I spend literally an hour looking for a for a signal box that doesn't exist. But I'm sure it does. Maybe. So it's... Oh, no, something to mourn? Wait, no, that could be... That could be it? Ooh. Oh, this is looking promising. Hey, we found it. The last signal box. Pale clumps of Hybrian fungus cling to the old signal box. Inside, the contamination is even worse. Fungus coats every surface, as pristine as fresh snowfall. When you open the door, you scrape a neat arc in the carpet of it. Otherwise, it is undisturbed. No one has been here in years. White spores hang in the air like snowflakes, afraid of falling. Okay, so we have 3 options. Brush the spores from the shapes on the bedside table. One of the shapes is squarish, the size of your palm. The other is larger and domed. The spores rise in puffy clouds. You shield your nose and mouth. You uncover an empty packet of cigarettes and a grey bowler hat. We can examine the corpse on the bed. It is only a rough cylindrical shape under its cover of bedsheets and fungus. The corpse is desiccated, ravaged by fungus. It lies on its side facing the wall, knees drawn up. Its back is to you, which makes the act of brushing off the spores seem like a violation of privacy. But you have to know. And indeed, under the coat of pale spores, it wears a grey Isambard line uniform. Was it the cold that killed it? The fungus? Sickness? It is impossible to say. The high wilderness holds 1,000 quiet deaths. You can only be sure that it has lain here, undiscovered and undisturbed, for years. We can unlock the cabinet. A key protrudes from a door in a bedside cabinet. Oh yeah, that made me jump. Inside, safely secured away from the fungus, is a thick, handwritten manuscript. Signs and signals of the high wilderness. An omnibus. Its pages are filled with the fatalistic signalman's hurried penmanship and describe almost every signal language used in Albion, and the Reach with encyclopedic thoroughness. Its appendices, the omnibus also addresses the secret signals used by marauders and smugglers, attempts to interpret the spasms and tattoos of scornflukes, and deciphers the echoing shrieks of curators. There's nothing else of value in the signal box. The trail ends here, at a white, silent grave. The omnibus is sufficiently comprehensive that even a basically qualified signaller can use it, and operate as a much more experienced one. It functions as an officer and can be assigned to your signaller slot. It grants +10 to mirrors and +2 to affiliation villainy. Wow, we gained 4,000 experience, which has allowed us to level up. But let's leave the signal box. You step outside and close the door. Behind you, the spores are already settling, climbing back onto your engine. You brush them off your skysuit. The crew are keen to be away from here. I don't blame them. Right, let's have a quick look at our... Right now we have the Defiant Devil +10 Veils. And we also have Signs and Signals of the High Wilderness. So that'll give us plus 10 mirrors. What did I need for my rat? Oh, wrong button. Yeah, you're doing veils. I think it might be veils, you know. I'll have to have a look when I go back to New Winchester. But first, let's level up. We're almost at the end here. I do remember somebody told me that it goes back round again or something. Like the end isn't the end. Let's take a facet. So we can either be a black sheep still. A narrow escape. Your engine was nearly destroyed, but you lived to fight another day. We pretend that never happened, by the way. That gives us hearts. Ales and iron. We can below stairs. The comforts of every well-to-do household rely on the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. Once, letters only had to travel from Harrow to Hackney. Now they have to cross the vast sky. Still, the postie does his best. Or finally, pestilence. I am actually going to make sure that I put this in the right one. Let's go back to New Winchester. And I will level up when I get there. I can never remember if it's veils or mirrors. I think it's veils. But I could be wrong. I really should just write it down somewhere, or, better yet, actually remember a piece of very basic information, but you know, we can't ask for too much here. On the plus side, we found the signal box, which means I don't have to worry about that anymore. We finished the storyline for the fatalistic signalman, and now we can do the aunt's storyline, which is fantastic. And I'm still putting off going to Pan and going to the Blue Kingdom. Nothing's changed. And what could you possibly want? We have plenty of fuel and supplies. Our terror is pretty good. In fact, I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't go there in the last episode. I must have gone around this way. I must have just not gone in here, which is embarrassing on so many ways. Another marauder! Another marauder! Oh my god, what have I done? Grip the materials. I don't think I needed it, but apparently I have just very much made enemies of the marauding faction. Boot its hold. An distressingly odoured barrel. What's it going to be? Fuel? Fuel! Hey, 2 fuel! Never say no to more fuel. That's a surprisingly large amount of sovereigns you get from just picking up some fuel. Oh, let's not crash into anything. That would be embarrassing. I do have one more port report I could hand in, I suppose. I'm not sure it's really worth the time, but I suppose it's a little bit of extra money that I didn't have beforehand. Never say no to some extra money. Didn't get any more bronze wood, sadly enough. I rate my episode success on how much bronze wood I gain. And today's episode was a solid 0. But then I guess I'm not going to find much around Hybris. What I should do is go around, just all around the nature reserve. All around Lustrum, Carillion. Traitor's Wood, I suppose, is probably more likely. I think I need to do the Traitor's Wood storyline again, you know. I've just been putting it off for ages because I feel like I've recently done it. But I suppose it's been months now, so I should probably go back and do that. Because I know we had to wait a year on my other character, and we came very close to waiting a year, and then I died. So I've been slightly bitter about the whole thing. Hello, Mr. Tackety. I'm going to spend the fuel here, I think. Annoyingly, it's the fuel we got from the the Marauder, but oh well. Saves me gaining serious problems, I suppose. Right. And... oh good, says the eccentric flatly. New Winchester. Yes, full of men who think they are engineers. I'm not going to bother dropping off the full report. I'll wait till I get a couple, hand them all in at once. It's a nice thing to like think I'm running out of money and then be like, oh, I've got all these poor reports I can hand in. Right, so I need to go to the bank. Where is my rat? Not you. Rat. Mirrors. But the real question is, can we get to 65 mirrors? What are we at now? 47. I think that's a hard no, right? I mean, an extra 10 doesn't hurt though, does it? That puts us up to... oh, wait, no, it's 47 plus 11, 58? Pooh. The 8. Can I get more? What do we get here? It gives me 6 mirrors. Problem is, I'm going to be losing irons, which does kind of cause problems. 7. That put me 1 short. Yeah, that puts me 1 short. How incredibly annoying is that? So wait, but though, I guess, if I level up now... and we need mirrors. If I take a facet that's going to give me mirrors, as much as I hate doing this for the role-playing aspect of this, I guess I could take correspondent. We can do your pen friends. You maintain a web of friends across the heavens with whom you share your news, your thoughts, and your well wishes. Or the newspapers, under an array of aliases, including despairing of Warbly and disgusted of Tooting Beck. You pepper the letters pages with outrageous opinions. Do you believe any of them? Well, that's hardly the point, is it? I'm going to go with this one, the newspapers, because that's fantastic. Okay. We've leveled up. That should mean that I can go to my bank, grab my rat. Oops. All the wrong buttons. Fantastic, the rat is back. What more could we possibly want? Oh, that doesn't work, does it? I have to go from here to here, of course. Amazing. And can I sell that reclaimed Marauder mangonel? Because I'm not going to use it. I'm pretty sure... I don't think I sell it here, do I? No, it has to be Abraham's Engineering? 100 sovereigns, is that it? How deeply upsetting. I was hoping it was going to be worth more than that. Alas. So now we have our rat. Hang on, I'm doing this for the sake of celebration. Oh, it'll never get old. Right. I think I'm going to end this episode here. We shall carry on with the aunt's storyline in the next episode. I'm going to thank you all very much for being here. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me and it helps keep making this channel. And as always, I'll see you next time.